short series from Exalt IP. The topic today is intellectual property renewals. Patents, designs and trademarks all have renewal fees attached with them. That means that at periods varying from 1 year to 10 years, you need to pay the government in each country where that intellectual property rights is in force a tax to keep it in force. Some of these can become quite costly. I started my career in intellectual property at a provider of renewals, and it always amazed me how people persisted in paying these fees year on, year out, without actually doing anything with the intellectual property right. If you're not actually using the right, or it isn't there for a strategic purpose, you probably don't need to pay the renewal fee each year. It can become incredibly expensive. It's probably on average something like £350 to pay patent renewal, but it can be as up to several tens of thousands of pounds to pay a patent renewal, depending on the country, jurisdiction, and or the age of the patent. That begs the question, do I need to keep this intellectual property? Is it serving a purpose? Most patents seemingly are registered with the purpose of deterrence or defense, good purposes. Make sure they're serving that purpose. So the renewal period, the renewal time is a really good opportunity to ask yourself the question, do I need this intellectual property? Is it providing some value to the business? If not, can I abandon it or can I monetize it in some other way? Another tip, if you like, is intellectual property renewal companies are notorious for opaqueness in their fees. Be sure you know exactly what you're paying. The service charge generally isn't everything you're paying. There may well be fees that are slightly hidden to you, such as agents' fees in foreign countries and foreign exchange markups. The renewal providers traditionally have been quite ambitious with their anticipation of foreign exchange movements, and so they try and cover that with some inflation in their pricing. So a couple of tips. One, make sure you do have a reason to keep the IP and hence renew it. Number two, make sure you're not paying too much for it. You could probably save 50%, 30%, 20% by changing renewals provider. So keep an eye on all of the above. Thanks very much. Speak soon.